Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? You good, honey? Oh, we're still trying to get stuff situated. And we even try to put some stuff up there to try to block the sun. It's just gonna take a little bit longer to get down below it. Yeah, well, I think they're still trying to fix it and stuff. Our internet's not running as fast as it used to be. That's still probably trying to recover from the ice storm and stuff, but we're gonna do what we can do. We got time. Still trying to load some stuff while we're getting going. Let's see who we got in here today. So far, thank you, ma'am. Got Nick at Daisy Highland Homestead. Put you over there so I can. If I lose y'all, I'll come back. We'll see how this works. Brenda, Redbird Farm. Got company, maybe in and out. That's fine, Miss Brenda. I understand. Life does go on. YouTube is not that important to stop life. So I totally get it. I'm trying to get Filmora up and going. I thought I'd have it all up and ready when we started or beforehand, but then when I restarted the computer to make sure all the temporary files were dumped and everything would run smooth, then of course the computer decided it wanted to have updates as well. So they started going too. So that a little bit behind, but that seems to be the normal way things go here, right? There's Jesse and Lisa. Hey, all you lovely people.
Bet you're gonna take me out at the knees.
In case you're trying to back here duke it out with them. Okay, wait, we might. This might work. We're gonna see. Put you over there. Put us back over here. Okay, we're playing shuffle the window screens around, so we're gonna see how this is gonna work out. So far, I haven't lost y'all yet. I'll get caught up with the chat in just a second. Who we got here? Willow Way Ranch. That's Wendy. How you doing? Glad to see you came back to us. Tiny Tim, how you doing? Jesse said, hey, Stephen, and Wandering Casey, because you're wandering around. Casey's getting that sun out of my eyes, said Nick, right? Well, we thought we had it, and then of course it shifted. It moved. Why does the sun have to do that? But that's okay. It won't be long. It'll be back behind our barricade we got going on over there. We got Sandy, Bits of Me. Hello, all here for a bit. Husband's home and wanted to play some pool. Ooh, that sounds like fun, Sandy. Feel like I need to spend time with him. Yes, you should. This will be on replay. We'll put this up and you can come back and look at this later. It's more important to spend time with your loved one or your family while you have a chance. We push that here. I just thought it was your halo, Steve. Yeah, it is. It's just it's drifting. She said, Wendy waved at you in the background, honey. See, we wave because you never know. So it's like, then you'll find yourself waving too. And there's Heather Lynn. How you doing? Well, it looks like so far it's going to cooperate for us. I'm going to wait a few more minutes and let the notifications go out. And then we'll start looking at Filmora. It looks like it's going to cooperate. So we are a go. I downloaded some of my short videos to use in Filmora because obviously I had to have some kind of video to put in. And so I got those downloaded right before the live started. That's what put me a little behind. But I think we still pretty much started on time, which is a plus. Hey, Skip, Grey Wolf Outdoors. How you doing? Yeah, Nightbot's got our website in there, bootsofbountyhomestead.com. We got products and links to merchandise and all that good stuff. If anybody's interested. I'm going to have to get on designing another shirt before too long. What was I fixing to do? Man, I just went.
Nightbot.
No. Casey, we're gonna try the cauliflower mac and cheese. It looks yummy. It is, Skip. I know.
I had it for lunch.
We had it. I had it. Well, we had it last night for supper.
Yeah.
Hey, Debbie. Debbie's home place. We had it for supper last night, and we just got the video done and put up. And I went and sprayed it. I say spray because I try to put as many places as I can so more and more people can see it. And I did that like right before I was in the middle of trying to get all this stuff going. So if you have not seen that, go check that out. That just went up 30 minutes ago on the Boots and Bounties page.
It's only 7 minutes long.
Only 7 minutes long.
7 minutes. The best 7 minutes of your life. Logan, here's your envelope.
Yes, it's the best 7 minutes of your life. Or you can watch the bull ride on this channel, Mr. Boots and Bounty, and it'll be the best 8 seconds of your life. Skip said he shared it on Facebook. Thank you, Skip.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
It is good.
Now I remember what I was doing. Wow.
I like to cook the cauliflower to death.
That took me a long time to figure that out, didn't it? Well, I want to show the base screen because we'll see how far we get. Oh, and y'all surprised me because I got on this morning and got in the studio, was catching comments up and stuff, and I saw that we passed 120 subscribers, and we're now at 122 subscribers as of just a little while ago. So that's huge. And I told Casey I'm going to try to push, hopefully, if all goes well, and then we can hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. That will be a full calendar year because I started posting on this channel New Year's Day. So if we could do it by the end of it, before the end of the year, then I would have done it in 1 year. You know, that would be awesome for me. So that's my goal. The more y'all can help me grow this channel, the better it's going to be for everybody. More people you know that has channels that want to learn stuff. You know, tell them about these help desk opportunities where we're going over these topics. If you have topics that you would like to do or want me to go over on the help desk, send me an email or let me know here, and I'll try to write them down. And I'm going to try to go with what y'all want. So I'm planning ahead. So I know Shelly, I don't think she's on here yet, from Pine Tree Hill, was wanting me to look at the free Canva. So we're going to go back and look at the free Canva because I showed what you can get with the pro. And she wants me to show what all you can do with the free. So I think unless somebody comes up with something else tonight, we're going to go with the free Canva next week. I know a lot of people seem to like that. That one's got a good bit of views for me, and I'm very thankful for that. And I thank y'all for subscribing, and I thank y'all for being here tonight. Or if you're catching this on the replay, spread the word. You know, we're going to all grow and help each other learn, and that's what the whole point of this channel is, learning and growing. And we are probably by the end of this week, Nick, that'd be great. Hit 1K in year one. We're fixing to hit 1K this week. Oh, cool. Hope y'all do, Nick. Now, do you have the watch time? The 4,000 hours? I'm thinking by the end of this week, we should be close to 600 watch hours on this channel.
Good Lord.
By monetization, and that was something I was going to mention. On Canva, you can get Pro for free for 30 days and cancel it. Yes, you can. That's right, Wendy. So you could go in and pop in and get your stuff done and save a bunch of stuff, and then you don't have to worry about it. You can just keep using the same thumbnails, the same stuff. You know, if you do recurring things, like I got one for Help Desk and I got one for the Grow It Up, and I just keep using the same thumbnails and I just change the description.
You better put it on the calendar to cancel it.
Yeah, don't do that. Tell like somebody else. She'll say, "Oh, I'll have to remember to cancel it and such." She won't remember, and then you get charged, and then you got a whole nother month to wait to try to cancel it, and then it's just a recurring cycle.
Not that I know anything about that.
So if you do that, Wendy, make sure you make some kind of reminder to go back in and get that canceled. A good learning would be a course on how to use TubeBuddy if you use it. I do, Jesse. We use the free version. I don't have the upgraded version. Our 365 watch hours are 3376. That's cool. Jesse, do you have an iPhone? That's what I plan to do, is make her stuff and get out. That's a good way to do it. She says she does that sometimes too. Wendy says she forgets sometimes.
Sometimes.
But we're talking about monetization stuff. Now, we did talk about using shorts count as views, but shorts don't count in your watch time for monetization. Now, if you look at TubeBuddy, it counts in your overall watch time. I noticed that the other day, and I meant to talk about it Sunday, and I forgot. So I want to bring that up real quick and show y'all the difference. Jesse's got an iPhone 13. He's rocking the new stuff. Okay. Emma would be jealous if she was here.
Yay, I did it.
Oh, she got me. Yeah, you got to bop it pretty good, but it's at an angle. It's just a...
Yeah. I'm packaging products.
Okay, we're going to see if this works, because I still got Filmora running, so hopefully I can still share the screen without it freaking out. I'm going to save up and get us a new computer.
Yeah, we got to have a faster processor. No doubt. That was meant for the kids, not us.
Come on. It's trying. It's thinking about it. Maybe. Hey, Gail. Keep on, Gail. Should we remove the shorts? No. Shorts can be monetized. Once you reach that point, you can monetize shorts. So no, do not delete them. But just remember, if you have one go viral and say you get 10,000 views, don't we wish? But if you happen to have one and you got, say, 10,000 views and it was almost a minute, that's a lot of time. Now, if you use TubeBuddy, it's going to show you overall time, and it's going to be this big number. But if you go on YouTube, I really think I just, yep.
Can you run your laptop on that? Using those screens? Can you jump on there? Would it be faster?
My laptop died, remember?
What's in there playing?
That's a desktop. Oh, not that old thing.
Oh.
No, that's the old ancient thing. Okay, y'all. Hang tight. I'm going to see if I can reload it. Too much. Send me your... Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'll be back. Okay. Now.
You back?
I'm back again. can reload it, thankfully, and get back in it. Woo! Tiny Tim, you can post links. You'll have to just copy and paste. But if you're a mod on a mobile phone and you click on their name, since you're a mod, it'll say go to channel at the top. Click that. It'll take you to their channel. Then you can copy their link at the top. Then just click to go back into the video, and then you can post their link. It works. I do it all the time on my phone for other channels as well. Sorry about that. It froze up, so I had to had to close Chrome and relaunch it again. So that we back. Can y'all see me now? Maybe.
Hey, Jody.
Hey, Jody. So y'all can see me now, right? We're working on some backup stuff. If this happens again.
This computer just can't handle all that. Okay, she said yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll leave it
So
sitting right
I'm going to
here.
close that and that.
This computer's going to teach him quit running all them tabs.
No, this computer's going to teach me you get what you pay for. So you buy a POS, you get a POS. So that just means I'm going to have to, I'll be upgrading this. I probably could have run it in there on the other desktop, but then I have to go in, I'll have to go into the sewing room and stuff to set up if I was to do that. That's another option I have as well. I could just power it off, bring the desktop in here. That's an idea. I'm gonna have to work on that. But that's my computer in there that's separate. That doesn't it doesn't have Filmora, so it wouldn't have to switch tonight. Point of sale. That's right, Jesse. That's exactly what I was talking about. POS for point of sale. That's right. The Tiny Tim, did that make sense? Did that answer your question on how to do that?
Yeah, we kept them whenever we moved, and then as we've been ordering stuff from Amazon and stuff, we just keep them breaking down.
I want to make sure before I move on.
I got boxes.
Okay, we're back. Skip's got us. Everybody sees us. Okay. Well, I was trying to show some stuff on there. But I'm not going to fight with that right now. If you have TubeBuddy and you click on it, and it shows your views and all that kind of stuff, or I know it does on the mobile app. Maybe I should have just done that, huh? That'd probably been a better option.
Okay.
Let's see. Then I can touch on what I was wanting to touch on.
I can help. I can get Emma to help me get them down tomorrow.
Let us see.
Yeah.
Milestones. Okay. Well, I'm not going to waste y'all's time on that. If you click on TubeBuddy, it will sit there and show you when I'm modding again. I'll try it. I think, yeah, that's the way I do it. And if you go into Studio, and on the left-hand side, you go down to monetization. If you haven't applied for monetization yet, go ahead and hit that apply button, and they'll send you an email when you're ready. Even if you're not anywhere close, go ahead and do that and have it done out of the way. And it'll show you down there. Hey, Tammy, I haven't started yet. I was trying to wait for the notifications to go out. And we already had a meltdown and the computer froze up on me, so I had to relaunch StreamYard anyway. So we'll see how this goes. But I'm glad you're here, Tammy, and Rebel Canners. And if you go down to that monetization, it'll show you, your sub count and your total hours. When you see that number, remember it's always usually 1 to 2 days behind. It'll have a little circle with an eye above the watch hours. You can click on that and it'll tell you when the last day it updated was. And it's not current. So what if you lost it? Do you need to reapply? lost monetization. I'm not sure. I think once you hit the stuff back, you'll automatically get it. But if you go to that monetization on your YouTube studio, on the left-hand side, the dollar sign down at the bottom, towards the bottom, and if you need to reapply, there should be a thing there for you to reapply. But you shouldn't have to if you've already applied once. But it'll show you what your watch hours are. And I looked earlier, and what I was going to say, I think we'll hit 600 by the end of the week. We're at, I just loaded my phone. I'm not trying to duke it out with this again. And if it messes up again, we're going to go live on the phone on StreamYard and then put y'all behind me, and we'll just video it that way. We're going to make it work one way or the other. I told y'all we'll work on it. Let's see. Do you have to do that on each video? No, you don't have to. If you monetize, yes. You have to turn on monetization for each video. But if you go... If I get the glare off of it, it's not going to be clear. But your subs will be on one side and your watch hours will be on the other. So it'll tell you if you have everything ready and set up. But it says we're at 559 right now. But once you make videos and you become monetized, yes, you have to turn it on for each one, because you got to verify where you want the ad. You got to pick my watch hours are 000. Then you need a lot of watch time, Wendy. Are you? I can't look you. Yeah, I can. I just have to close it before we go back in. You had some videos, didn't you, Wendy? I don't have to sign in for that. Eight subscribers.
Did y'all miss me? I still can't find them.
Got some shorts. You got some stuff in here. You'll just have to start work on the socializing, Wendy. The key is go ahead and fill out your application for monetization today. Yes, that's what I was getting at, Jesse. You can go ahead and fill out the thing for monetization today. You can go ahead and set up your Google AdSense account, which you can just look up Google AdSense and set it up and then walk through your steps. And then all you have to do is wait until you hit the stats. And then YouTube will say, yeah, and then you'll have to confirm you want to link it to your account, which we'll cover all that later once we get to that point, I guess. But Google AdSense takes time to set up too. So you need to go ahead and set that up early, because it's just a normal account and it's something else you got to sign up for. But that's where YouTube sends your money. So YouTube will confirm your stuff between the 12th and the 17th of the month for the previous month. Then whatever they confirm, they send it over to Google AdSense. Then Google AdSense will pay out if you have at least $100 between the 22nd and the 27th of the month. So you're almost 3 weeks behind before you can get paid, possibly get paid for the previous month. But a Google AdSense is required, but you can go ahead and set that up now without waiting to hit the stats. So it's just one more thing you've got done and out of the way. YouTube only tells me how many hours I myself have watched since creating my account, not how many watch hours. If you go into your YouTube studio and I want to sign in. And then it will show you your watch hours, that what they count as monetization, but it'll tell you that if shorts don't count and something that's part of paid promotions don't count as part of your watch time.
It didn't work. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay. We're going to take guns. Sorry about that. I don't have YouTube Studio. Then if you go to the top right hand side of YouTube, click on your profile picture. There you'll have options underneath it on whether you're. One of them is going to be YouTube Studio. If you're a content creator, you already have a YouTube Studio. You may not have been in it yet, but you have to do that.
It's like a YouTube app. An app within.
Steven to the rescue, right, Skip? That's why she keeps me around for.
Sometimes I just can't get it done.
She just likes to keep me around to do stuff or reach stuff off the top shelf because she's vertically challenged.
I'm gonna be fighting this paper here in a minute.
Yep. But you do have a YouTube Studio. Everybody does, even if you don't even have anything, because it goes with setting up your channel. So once you say, yeah, you want to set up a channel as this is your name, you have it. It's an app to download on my phone.
Yes.
Yes, you can download the YouTube Studio app on your phone, or you can do it online on a computer. She's short on one end, the one that's going up. I like that skit. That was good. That was good. All right, so let's start looking at this stuff. Hopefully we won't freeze again. I've got the bare knuckle minimum open. So we're going to see how this goes.
Write it down, folks, because it won't ever happen again.
Anyway, I'm not going to do the whole window. I think that's what got me a while ago. Okay, this is Filmora. This is what we use to do our videos. There's tons of programs you can use. Hey, Debbie and Hopeland. I saw you come in there up there. I think I missed saying hello. This is just what we choose to use. There's a lot of different things. There's free ones. There's ones you can pay for. It says free download, but if you go creating with it, you're gonna have to it'll have watermarks over your stuff. So
yeah, I tried the free.
She tried the free stuff and it didn't work. So you'll have to pay for it if you want to use this. There's other options. You don't have to use this. This is just what we use.
Sorry.
And this is the main page. It's just Filmora. And there's the link right there to their homepage. Filmora.wondershare.com. And they'll show you all the stuff that you can do with it, which we're going to get in it and actually play with it some. That's what we're going to say. But this tells you how many users they got, how many countries, and social followers. We like it, and we actually just renewed our deal for another year. There's Filmora Pro. There's all this kind of stuff you can get into. But the biggest thing is do what's good for you. If you need an only free option and you can't pay for it, don't pay for it. Find you a free option, and all the steps are pretty much the same. So if you're adding in content into UCut or Imovie or whatever it is you're using, a lot of the steps are similar. The program may look different, but the steps will be the same. Mostly. I won't say they're exactly the same. But that is this. I might see the prices maybe. Let's go buy now and see what it shows. That is the site that after many trials they told me I had to join because it took me 20 times to figure it out. It can be if you don't watch it. These are the prices. Now, you can pay yearly. It is cheaper. And I would turn off the automatic renew stuff. You can turn this off for this free stuff. So it's $50 a year plus tax. Now, we don't do that. I'm not going to keep paying over and over again. That's just me. I'm too cheap. Now, hey, Leanne, Midnight Farmhouse. We go for the pay. Now, this here, it does cost a little more. But you see here, it's a one-time fee. You pay once, you have it forever. We're talking about Filmora, Leanne. That's a video editing software that we use. Hey, Wendy, how you doing? I just went and downloaded Filmora. And it's a pretty cool deal. Skip did. Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all have it, you can pull it up and do it with him.
But it's a one-time fee, and you have it forever. You don't even have to worry about it. When new updates come out, you get them too. We thought we bought it as Filmora X, which is 10. And they just come out with Filmora 11, and we got an update, and then we got the whole 11 as well. So
11's in beta.
It's in test, but they went ahead and gave it to us for free. So
Sure did.
I'm like, that's a score.
And I just got a new update from it today.
Yeah, we just got another update, so it's still going.
So
but it's a one-time fee. It's up to you whether you want to do that or can. I'm not pushing one way or the other. This is just what we choose to do for our videos. Now, we're going to see how this goes. Let's see. Hopefully I don't lose y'all this time. Let's see what happens. All right. Now, when you launch Filmora, this is what you get. So far, we're working. Keep your fingers crossed. Don't talk about it too much. You can create a project, instant mode, Creator Academy. This is where they give you tips and tricks. Up here, your aspect ratio. There's already one set up. You see, Instagram already has an option. It's not showing. Why is it not? Drop downs don't carry over. I got to remember that. There's an option for widescreen, Instagram, portrait, standard, business, or cinema. So I mean, the aspect ratios of the videos automatically change. So we're going to pick. There's also ones you can automatically pick. Any recent projects. I don't have any because we do everything under Casey's account. So I don't have anything under here yet as a recent project, but we're going to start one today. Hopefully it all pulls through. We're going to see what happens. Free is good, right? PC screen will record on your screen just like we're doing with StreamYard right here. You want to do your portraits. They have a certain way to do it where it syncs up with the beats or the frames auto set. Now we're going to go in here and make a new project. Hopefully this works. Yeah, I like free 95 too. So let's see. Filmora's up to date. Close. Next. Get all this stuff. Okay. It closed it. Okay, now we're back. So far, we're going good. So far. Now, this is what I was trying to show y'all. I'm going to drop me off so I can actually show y'all all the tracks. Now, up here, you've got your media. You can import from your computer. You can record, or you can search all your stuff that you've uploaded. There's stock media. This is stuff that comes in here that you can use as part of Filmora. Of course, all these that have this little emblem beside them, you have to download them. But once you download them, then you can use them all you want. Same thing with these. You pay for this license, so you can pretty much take this stuff anywhere you want. There's also stuff here that's samples that you can play with. I forgot that on media. That's all your colors, your backgrounds. There's templates that you can use. We don't much play with those. Oh, you're still waiting?
I was watching.
Now, audio. Audio starts with anything that you favorite. It'll have a heart on it. You can click that and it automatically saves it to the top. So you don't have to go searching through all these options again. these downloads or stuff that come with it. And then you have your recommended, what's new, just got done with work, I'm here, hashtag, hey Mackenzie. And they all have this stuff to try to break it up. This is just the different genres of music. Now, since we paid for this, we should be able to take this stuff on YouTube and not get hit. But we would have to show probably the email or whatever that we paid for it to show that we have the right to this music.
Oh God, we'd have to dispute everything.
Yeah, but we don't do that. If you were to download your stuff from Amazon, I said hey Gail earlier.
Hey Gail.
Yeah, I miss Gail. I called Gail earlier. If you download your stuff from YouTube on the library, if you download it to your computer, you can turn around and put that in here. And then there'll actually be another spot down here when I get on the right screen. My music. You drag it and drop it here, and then you don't have to keep going to your computer every time. Now, obviously, I haven't done any yet, so I don't have any. Someone has shopping on his mind. Who's that? Not me.
You could download one and show them, couldn't you?
I'm not trying to make it freeze up. And then titles. All the stuff that is showing right here, all this stuff's free. Well, free, I say free is part of it because there's no diamond or gem on here. If you get down to the stuff right here that has these gems on it, they cost extra.
I'm watching.
I don't do extra. I know I said Amazon, Mackenzie. I backed up and said YouTube. I caught myself. But all this stuff's built in.
She's a minister.
You got subtitles. You got your title screens. You got opening stuff. Some of this stuff you got to pay just for the pack, and they charge. Well, again, we don't pay. Sometimes they'll give you stuff for free to try the trial, download it, do what you want to with it real quick, and roll on down the road. Then you won't have to worry about it. I don't have all that.
Do it.
But you can do how-to themes, gaming themes, and they try to split it up to make it easier for you to find what you want to look for. Hey, Jamie, Ryan, Mad Acre Farms. And you got transitions. That's where when you go from one thing to the next, do you want it to blur? Do you want it to flip?
Pinwheel.
Pinwheel.
Flip. Slide.
Now, all this stuff, you can download it as you go, even if it's the stuff that you have to pay for. But we'll look at some of these ones that are actually free. Hey, Chuck. Because none of this has been opened on mine, so I'm having to load it. It's loading as we go, so it's taking a hair longer. That seems bigger.
Yeah, it don't look like our normal one. Can you control and scroll down to make it smaller? Or it may just be that screen. Yeah, it's just a TV screen. The size of the screen. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put it back up here.
You could probably pull this over. It'll make it bigger. A few more.
Trying to resize this to get a little more in here. Okay. Now we just downloaded this one. It'll always show you a preview on the side of what that transition is or whatever it is you want to look at. You can come over here and see it before you put it in to see if it's something that you like. And that will automatically put into your videos. Now, I downloaded some videos for us to practice with or play with. So we got to go upload them first. So we need to click on media. Sorry, I'm late. Does this require a paid subscription? Yes, it does, Jamie. It was just a little while ago I covered it, but it was about $80 for a one-time buy, or it's like $50 and you had to pay every year. To me, it's a win-win. I mean, it's a no-brainer to go ahead and pay for it once, and you have it forever. It's a lifetime buy. But let's see, media. We want to import. You want to do media files, and you can get from a folder. You can pull them from a camera or phone, or you can import with the audio beat sync. We always just do off the computer. I'm gonna pull these off the downloads. These are the ones I pulled earlier. And we're gonna go ahead and pull both of these in. So now, it's running smooth now. Now both these are in here. So now we can work with both of these videos. Whichever one you want to work with, this first line, it says 1 right here. Now that's the where your main video goes. So you're going to drag it down here, and then you can put it in these other ones. This is extra. It's an overlay. Your music goes, so you won't let me pull this video down here to the bottom because that's for where your audio tracks go. If you want to add music, all that stuff goes on the bottom track. Now I don't want to pull both of those, so let's change that. So now this is the video that y'all probably seen. It's mine, so I can play it. This is from the rodeo, right? This is what y'all remember seeing for the ones that have seen it. Now, coming in here, the part that I like, if you want to go in and you want to cut out a part of video, you get to the point, you can watch it as you go. So you get up here and you didn't want that person running by in front of the video when your video starts. You can stop right here, and of course you've got scissors. If you go over it, it'll say click to split. So now this is now 2 separate videos. So if you watch it, go up here. If you just want to take out that first section because that person was running by your shot, you sit there and left click on it and hit delete. And now that section of video is gone. It's no longer in there. So now when you hit play, you pick up exactly where you left off. And now that person is not running by anymore. Now, if you made a mistake and you're like, no, I didn't cut it off quite right, you can hit the back button. This does have the keep it simple oops button. You know, like military, they always say keep it simple, stupid. I try to keep it as easy as possible. You can always back all the way up to any change that you've done. So now that section of our video is back. And it's like we never touched it. If you want to fade in your audio, you can left click on this. This down here is your audio track. This up here is the video that you see. If you wanted to mute the whole thing, you can grab that bar and it tells you what decibel the volume is. No, Leanne. Oh, yeah, you could. But you'd have to cut out that section, like a second or before you did it, a second or two before you did it, and a second or two after. You could cut that section out, and then it automatically snaps together, and you can go on down the road. But if you wanted to mute it, you can drag it down. See, now it says minus infinity. So now there's going to be no sound. So if you hit play, there's no audio. So if you had a video that had music in it or something that was copyrighted and you didn't have the right to use it, you could come in here and you do that anyway. But you don't already do that, Leanne. You could do that and put another audio on top of it, and then now you could upload this and don't have to worry about getting hit with a copyright claim because now you've muted that so they can't hear it. So when you go and move it out, it's not there. So now we want to put the sound back. We're going to go back and let it do its normal stuff because it gets kind of loud.
Leanne, mine is my weird faces. It always lands
Hey, Amanda. Honey Badger's Homestead. Now, another thing you could do is you can crop scenes. So if you was to click that, now this is where our marker is. It automatically pulls it up here, and you can resize it to say we just want to show this section. And you can drag it down. You just want to show the dirt. It shows you what your ratio is and what the actual settings are. Now hit OK. So now you only see the dirt part. You don't see all this stuff that's back here in the back. The whole video is set to that same thing. So now that's a way you can cut people out from the side. They're making faces, or you got that person that always wants to get in your shot from the side. You can crop it and you'll cut them out and still keep what you want to see. Or you're videoing something and you forgot that you didn't clean up that part of the house or that room, and then now you see your boxes or your junks on the counter or dishes on the counter. You can sit there and crop that out, and you won't see it. You'll only see what you set on the screen. So we want to go back. We're going to reset. So now we're back to where we are. So again, these are all things you can do, and you didn't mess up anything because you can always go back. You can always do the undo. I had to crop my Christmas tree out of my tonight's video. Leanne still got a Christmas tree up. She had to crop her tree out.
But if you got to do the whole video segment, do it before you start cutting it, because then you'll have to do each section.
Yeah. You have to crop first, because once you start coming through here and making your cuts, your edits, now you'll have to go in here and change each one, because now each one of these is a separate video to the program. Now, Brenda, you were talking about how do you put them together. Now, so we have two different videos up here, two totally unrelated, just because they were the shortest ones I could grab that wouldn't take forever to download. You can grab this and bring it down here. And it's asking you the rate doesn't match the settings for the project. So we want to keep project settings. We want good. So now, if you're looking at the end of this one, when it's playing, it'll seamlessly go to the next one. So now you turn around and made those two into one video. I also had to crop out a license plate. That can get tedious too if you're filming out and about. She said, Leanne said, I didn't want Mennonite seeing my tree. So now, if you're going into this and you wanted to the audio to drop off as you end the segment so it doesn't blare when you go into your next one, or there's a big change, you move this right here, and then now as it goes down, you have less and less audio. So you can taper it in. If you're starting a segment, ending a segment, or you got music down here that added to the bottom, you can taper the music. You can lower the sound and let it come in, and then taper off as you start talking. If you have an intro, I guess I need to watch the replay. Husband's home already. Now, if you had a buggy, you wouldn't have to worry about the license plate. Touche.
It was somebody else's license plate, not hers.
Okay, but you have to put it in the top to link together. This up here at the top was just, I imported them into the program. See, this is in my project media. This is what we imported in. So any videos that you want to work together in here at the bottom, you have to upload them into whatever it is you're using. If you're on your phone, you may not have to import them because they're already on your phone. But it all depends on what program you're using. But these two here being side by side, down here in row 1, which is the audio. Notice off topic, but I had to reorder my Baker Creek catalog. They can't figure out I got two. I could have just sent you ours. One of ours, but I didn't know we already had one when I turned the thing in, so we got two.
Well, we got one under my email and one under Boots Bounty email.
Yeah. So now, if you want to look at adding audio, we'll just use some of these down here. Let's see. You want something new? What's new? Mailman took it. Let's see what this is. Because again, I have to download everything, so I don't have anything on here yet. And then we'll add a stream down here. This has a lot of stuff you can do with it, and it all depends on how much time you want to put into it and how much you want to dress it up. Now, you can add a lot of intros. You can add music. You can add special effects to it. It really all depends on what you want to do. She probably wanted to reorder from the Best Seed Company. Yep. Almost done. There we go. So now, since we want to add this to our stream, our video, huh?
Click on it so they can listen.
Oh.
Show them they can listen to it before they put it in there.
If you double click and you just want to see what it sounds like first, you can double click on it. So it's sports energetic dubstep. It sounds like an 80s Mike Tyson Punch Out to me. But you start doing it, it'll tell you, you can hover over it, and it'll tell you how long it is. So that says that this track is 1 minute, 9 seconds, and 4/400ths of a second. So you know, like this video, here's your timers right here, right? So a minute is way down here. So if we add this, let's get some better ones. Let's see. But if we want to pull this down here and add it to the track, now this down here in your music 1 will be music over what you have in track 1. Now, your audio video right here is your main track. So if you was to hit play right now, you still got audio here from your video, and now you got this additional audio that you put down here in the audio track. And it would, if you don't change it, they'll overlay each other. You can turn it down and just have a low musical background, or you can taper it off so it's lower and then it gets higher. So when it starts playing, it's real low. Then as the longer it plays, it gets louder and louder and louder. But you can also split the music and only use a small portion of your audio. Yes. That was the next thing I was getting to. Slow down there, Jesse. If you're down here and you say you don't want this to overlap to the next video, we can come over here to this part. Left click this, because if you're not selected and you click this, you have a chance of cutting your video too. But you couldn't see, so I didn't have what I wanted selected, so it cut everything that's down in here waiting. So we didn't want to do that, so you can hit the undo button. You can come right here to say, I don't want it right here. I can click this because that's what you want to cut or split, like some of them call. I'd say cut because they say split, but to me, I'm cutting it out. So you cut. So now you only cut this audio down here. Say, I don't want that section of it. You can hit delete. And now that section's gone. So it won't run over into your next segment. And then you can turn around and put another audio back here behind it. Or if it was, say, you did a time lapse, so you just wanted some audio over your time lapse, then you can have it stop when you come out of your time lapse, and then you go straight into your talking. But if you're right here and it's like, this is still too much. I don't need this much. I only want 20 seconds worth. You can left click it and then wait till you get this bar here on the end. And now you can shorten this audio any length that you prefer. So say you only want, say 20 seconds. So now you only have 20 seconds of it. You didn't need the whole 1 minute and 9 seconds. You only wanted this much. So then you can scroll it back and you make your changes. It took me forever to figure it out. I had to go turn off all the sound on my original video. And so you could do that here and you could shorten this and you don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to do the whole video.
You don't have to do the whole video. You can just cut out what the part that you don't want, or this audio. If you only want to do it as part of an intro, you can do it here and keep it tapered, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. We do that a lot with some of our intros. We'll have the music real high, or fade into it, and then you can also have it fade out by doing the same thing to the other side. So now it would be this. It gets real loud, and then it just tapers itself off. So you can do that for openings or something like that, or for your time lapses. You don't want to just pow and jump to straight to full music. Well, you can have it fade in, and then you can have it fade out as you begin talking again.
I do that in my cooking videos.
Yeah, she does that a lot in the cooking videos, because you may just have a spot where you're just sitting there stirring stuff, but you don't want just dead space or dead air space. So you may want to put some music in there. You can fade it in, fade it out, or you can turn it down real low and just have it as background noise.
Yeah, I fade down some. You'll hear me talking over it. I'll fade down, and then I'll bring it back up. So it'll go up and then real low and then back up again. And you just put that track in there and then cut it. And then that middle section where you're talking, you just take it down.
I kind of like that. Live and learn, Brenda. It's a journey. Just keep journeying, right? Now, since we're not showing the bottom part, I'll come back. It's kind of weird sitting there. I keep looking at the camera thinking it's on, but it's not. Now, you get into the other stuff. There's all these different sounds. If you want to add text to it, you can do openers or subtitles, is what we use a lot on Boots and Bounty.
I do lower thirds.
Or you can do lower thirds. It's the same thing. It's just it's the bottom part of the screen.
Plain text.
You can sort these in here. Now you can say you want thumbnails, big, small, medium. You want them in new or name. You can group them by none. Or if you're like us, you just want to look at the free stuff, because we only have the free stuff, you can click here. And then now, everything that's going to show is free. And that's what you can use. Of course, you still had to pay for the program. So this is what you get for your price for buying the program. Yeah, so you can mute the video. We go back to that. Say we wanted to mute this section of the video. You can click it here. Now we just cut it, and we made 2 separate videos. And say we want to do this right here. Now we didn't want to keep this part because we're not doing anything, right? We're just kind of in between. It's kind of dead space. So you can do that. Now a trick to remember too is you can't auto add by hitting the plus sign. But wherever you have this red, orange marker, whatever you want to call it, that's where your addition is going to go, wherever you're adding. So we're going to left click it twice. It automatically adds it there. Now, the problem is the song was longer than the gap, right? So we can go in here and drag it back. And then now it comes back. But we want this music over this right here. So we need to left click on it and then right click and hit close gap. So what that's going to do is that's going to pull everything in that video line to the left and close that gap. And that's how we only want music over this part that we muted. So we need to select this down here at the bottom. We had to cut it. And then we don't need this other part, so we can delete it. So it will cut off and then play the music and then come back. So it would be like this. So the audio keeps playing, and it's just, the video keeps playing without the original audio. And then it picks right back up. So if you want to cut out a section or somebody's hollering or something like that, you want to cut out that section, you can just cut it cut it where you want to go back again, and then mute just that one section. And then you can have it pick right back up, and then you just put some music in there to cover it up, and then you're good to go. Now, what'd you say, thumbnails, Mackenzie? Thumbnails are on Canva. Now, if you want to do transitions.
Is she talking about an opener like I have on my cooking videos? Is that what you're talking about, Mackenzie? Because the thumbnail is just a still picture. An opener is like you see me having my Casey's Kitchen, the green background. That's an opener.
That's in here.
Yeah, those are openers, not thumbnails.
Right. Did it freeze up again? Maybe not. Maybe not. These are all ones that you can download too.
See, there's that spring one. Yeah, that one right there.
There's a spring one that she used for her crafting one. There's the man with all the knowledge. Hey, that'd be you, Jason. How you doing? Il Canary?
Yes, the green spring one right there. I changed the wording on it and put in my Casey's Crafting Corner.
Brenda, yes. If you wanted to mute all the sound, you would just grab the audio bar for the video section and drag it to the bottom. Now it says negative infinity, which means it's muted. So now that this whole section would have no sound at all, and you can just put music on top of it. But if you wanted to look at these, see that this stuff's already pre-built, and then you can go in and make your changes. Let's see. We're only looking at free, right? Yeah, they're still on free. Okay. I was making sure. I don't want to show them something that's saying it's free and it's not. And it'll have to download as you go, so it does take a second. We'll go with this one. Again, I have to download it, so it'll take just a second. We have a lot of stuff pre-done on hers, but of course we're not on that one. Logan's in the sewing room.
I thought it was upstairs.
No, he's in the sewing room.
Oh.
It's coming. Come on, people.
Where are you going? Oh.
And do what?
You're fine.
Just trying to be lazy as I can. Right, Jesse? It's coming. Man, it's been horrible since the ice storm.
Yeah, I can't hardly download my record.
I mean, it's never been this slow. We've been waiting to get another internet. They just haven't come into our area yet, but that's kind of the story of everybody's lives, right? I saw Emma at Sunny's place finally got her dish and stuff for that Starlink. She's got like blazing speeds now. But I looked up the cost of that, and that's got some heavy cost. But I guess if you don't have any other choice, why not, right?
Yeah.
We're almost there. A watch pot never boils. Yeah, I'm trying to keep doing it. I couldn't figure out how to transfer my thumbnail from Canva to Imovie, so I just sent it to my pictures. If you download it to your device, whether it's your iPhone or your tablet or whatever they call them things, iPad, there we go. Then you can load it from there. Internet's so bad here. I'm on my phone. Yeah. I mean, it ran really good until here lately, but of course, our original internet provider, their whole main network and servers and everything was in Mayfield, Kentucky. So when all those tornadoes blew through there, it flattened Mayfield, Kentucky, and all our servers for our internet provider were gone. And all of our stuff came from Kentucky, so they had to get it reworked and all kinds of junk. But back to this. So we're going to come down here and say we want to add this to the beginning. You say for an opening, right? So if you can watch it, it comes default as this. Something simple, cute, and then it goes right back into your video. I'm on DSL waiting for fiber to get all right. Me too, Jesse. We're right on the edge of where fiber is supposed to become. It just hasn't gotten here to us yet. Now, if you bring your marker back, because this is what we're going to work on. Now you see we're right in the middle of this opener, right? You can click up here. Now you're going to start working this stuff up here. But you have to come down here to edit. I'm hoping I overload this thing. So now you can change what you want up here. You can retype it. I don't need that. Now you can retype it however you want. Now you can change your orientation, your font, your size, your style, however you want. You have all these options that you can do with this stuff. You can resize it. You can move it around. Whatever you want to do, you can do all that. So then once you make your changes, it's just like working in Canva. You move it wherever you want it to go. You can resize it and make it bigger, smaller. It'll help you line it up. It gives you lines so you can line up with what's on the other side. So now if you come over here and play it, it's going to be as changed because now we've edited it. So you could go back and put your audio at the beginning. So I wanted to slide it over here, but I don't want it to run too much over. You can taper it. So now you have an opening. And it just fades itself out so you don't just jump from one thing to the next. Was that good, Mackenzie? You can change your audio settings. You just have to go into your edit deal. Background noise. You have all this extra stuff that you can change.
If you have a set opening you want to use over and over again, you can just do.
You can make it
just
this
the opening without any videos.
Don't do this. Do your opening right here and put your music to it.
Yeah.
And you can export it, save it to your device, and then that becomes now something you import when you go in here to grab your whatever video you're working on. You can turn around and import this plus your other videos. So then you just add your opener down here first, and it will keep the music to it because now it's new video. So now it has video and it has audio, but you put them together. So now we'll put this stuff back. Well, that's why it's on video. They can always go back and watch it. We're not trying to blow anybody's mind here.
She's like, wow.
Now, another part you can really do a lot with, again, we want free stuff, is transitions. You can work yourself to death doing transitions, or you can make it look really cool with transitions. Now, we just did this one, so we're just going to use this because that's what I've already downloaded. Let's see. I know there's more free because we use a bunch of free ones on ours. do that one. Okay, so this one's the one we got. This is Filmora X. Yes, it is, Jason. Well, this is actually Filmora 11. We had Filmora X, and then Filmora 11's in beta, and they turned around and sent us an update, and we got the Filmora 11 for free. Debbie said her mind was blown 15 minutes ago. Now, if you want to do transitions, which you're just changing from one thing to the next, say if we were down here at the end, and we're swapping from this to this, and you don't want it to just be pow, you know, you can come in here with a transition. You drag it down, and it goes in the same line that your video's in, because obviously you're making a transition to your video. So it's going to be an overlay. So you can have it start before the cut. You can have it start after the cut, or you can evenly space it across the cut, or the break between the two videos. So it will start as this right here if you have it evenly split.
Silver damage.
So now that's what you end up with your transitions. There's all kinds of different transitions you can put on there. Only thing I feel more of is my belly. Me too, Jesse. Would be a good laptop with features that would be good for a YouTube channel and price range, hopefully under $1,000. No, you can get a good laptop for like $600, and it'll do anything that you want it to do. You can probably get one cheaper than that, but the cheaper you go, the slower it's going to get on processing, and that's where you're going to hurt. So you can get a good one for about $400 or $500, but you may have to pay $500 or $600. It all depends on what you can afford and what you're wanting to do. If you got longer to wait to work on stuff, you can. All this stuff right here is running on a really super slow computer. I think it's only got 6 gigs of RAM, which is slow. I mean, most phones nowadays have like 8, and I think it's got 4 or 6 gigs of RAM. So I mean, this thing does not have the processor really to run 15 screens at a time and to editing software and all that at once. It's not.
It's not a computer for Steve.
No, this was for the kids, but you can Tiny Tim, you can easily get a really good laptop for $400 to $600, and it will do everything that you want it to do. The biggest thing is just look at your storage. If it doesn't have enough storage on it, you can get an external hard drive to plug into it. I do that to back our stuff up because this desktop, again, doesn't have much storage on it. And, of course, as many videos as we do and put them together and all that kind of stuff, it takes up a lot of space. So that's where we use an external hard drive. Jesse. How many gigs would be? I mean, you want to look at the RAM. The RAM is your processing power, and that's how much it can handle at a time. The higher the RAM, the higher it's going to, the more it can handle. So, I mean, you don't want to get anything below an 8 gigs of RAM. That's me. I have a 2 terabyte external hard drive. Yeah, I mean, that's right. That's what I got, Jason. You want at least a 2 terabyte hard drive, because if you film on much, you're going to fill that hard drive up fast. And if you stay with the little flash drives, you're going to blow through them left and right, and then you're going to forget where they are. But I'd go, processing and all that stuff at like 8 gigs of RAM would be a good way to go. But you can get that on a computer that has decent for $600. You might have to pay $800, but $1,000 is way too much. I wouldn't pay that at all. And if anybody that does, I mean, everybody has their preference of what you pay what you want for what you need. But you can do everything on YouTube, Filmora, on something that's got 8 gigs of RAM for $600 or less. It may not be the fanciest thing, but it will get the job done for a cost-effective price. So we got that other transition. Where'd it go? You can play with them. There's all kinds of ones you can get in here and do. I was trying to download all these other ones now. I did one wherever it went. I was going to show you another one. I wouldn't even pay $800. You can get a good one that's doable for $400 or $500. I like HP, Miss Brenda, but I know you're kind of an Apple girl. I mean, Macs are pretty expensive if you was to try to go with a Mac. I wouldn't know anything about it, and I couldn't even help you with it. So you would have to definitely get with somebody else on that. There's a lot of good brands that make computers, and a lot of them are consolidating. So you may not even realize you're buying from the same company just because it has a different name on it. Well, yeah, like Dodge and Chrysler, or I think it was Alienware and maybe what was it? Alienware and Dell are the same, but Alienware is like a high end. They're very expensive, but oh my gosh, it's still not done. But you can copy the same transition over and over again. If you decide you want the transition to be smaller and not take as long, you can click the outer box, drag it in. So now you just made it shorter. That can be good if you're trying to cover up something. Probably not, Miss Brenda. Apple's pretty strict on what their stuff connects with. I mean, it may connect with it like I don't know. I don't know if it will or not. Apple's pretty strict on the Apple being Apple and connecting to Apple. They just want you to buy more of their stuff. But if you want it to be longer, you can make that a longer transition. But the transition only goes out so far. So now you just slowed it down because we really stretched it out. So you can change the speed and the length. And that will go wherever you want it to go. You can pick it up and move it over here. I changed my mind. I want it to do with this. So now it's over here instead of over there, and this goes right back to normal. Now, there's preset kinds. You know, they try to sort them to help you out. If you decide you like one, you can sit there and hit the heart in the top right-hand corner. So now it's already up here. You don't have to jump and find your choice all over again. It's already right here. You can just grab it and go. Apple just wants to sell you stuff that breaks really easy so they can sell you more stuff that's outdated so they can sell you more stuff. Yeah. Now, if we come over here to effects, again, you can do a lot with it or you can do nothing with it. These are some new ones. I hadn't seen these. Let's see. Modern corporate pack, Japanese graduation. Let's do this one. No, we don't have time to wait, right? It picked up. It's going faster. What's that saying when everybody had dial up? Get off the phone. I got to get on the internet. Or get off the internet. I have to make a phone call. Because it used the same internet line. Unless you were lucky and had two separate lines. No, I'm tired of Apple, but I can't afford to buy a phone and a computer. Windows, I like Windows computers. That's just my preference. I've tried to work on other ones, and it's like night and day to me. Okay, so now, where's this one? I grabbed this one. Okay. Now, if you're wanting to add an effect, we'll come in here. Now, this jumps up here to the top. And now becomes this. It becomes an overlay on your video down here, but it's in video too, because it's an overlay. It's not your original. What's your fax number, right? And if you decide you don't want it, you can take it out, you can delete it. If you want to try to make it longer, you can make it longer. So now it's the overlay lasts longer. The video still plays as normal, except now we're having this other thing going on top of it. Again, you can move it wherever you want. You can make it longer. You can make the effect shorter. Whatever you want. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. There's starburst, and there's more openings of this that you can do. And again, these would be overlays. And all it is these are change how you see the video in video line 1. Jason, I'm on my second Mac laptop, and I have never had any problems with viruses or bugs. PC was always needing the virus software. I work with PC, but my home only has Mac. And I say everybody has their own preferences, Jesse. I don't knock one way or say one's better than the other. I just know what I use and what I like.
What you grew up on.
Yeah, so now this one's an opening, it says, so you'd use it towards the beginning. But let's just see what does this right here, which shows you in the preview. That reminds me of like what you would put at the end, right? But we'll just see how it alters the video. So all it did was temporarily change what was being shown from video 1, which is this line here. You can move it. You can go wherever you want. All these are just overlays and things that you can do to alter what you have, because you may want to spice it up. You may want to change it up. However you want to do it, it's just your preference. You can do as much as you want or as little as you want. So that one finish real quick. So this one right here brings it back in like a ripple. So that's just another change that you can make. So we've done effects, transitions. We still love you even if you're a PC user, right, Jesse? Well, I still love you even though you're an Apple user. I'm just, we agreed to disagree, as the saying goes. Again, you can come down here to elements, and that's just something else you can do. I did some of these early on with some of our videos when we first got it, and they can be pretty fun. Just to play around with stuff. And it's going to go up here as well, because it's going to overlay your video. Jesse, I'm running Windows 7 Pro. Dang, Jason. No net, so what do I do? All right. I'll download that real quick, and I'll show you what some of these do. Come on. Almost. Almost is halfway. You can download these, the ones that are premium. You can download them and see what they do. You just can't put them in your video down here. Thanks, Steve, for computer info. Got a phone call, interrupted me, but I'll watch again to take notes. And I hope this helps. If y'all got some, when I get to the end of here, if y'all have some questions about this while we're in here, I'll gladly go back and show it. The edge of technology. So that'll show you the preview of what that does. I have a point of sale laptop bought from Wally World. There you go, Wendy. We love those POSs. That's where he comes out, right? Right, yeah. Let's see. Okay, done cooking, burning stuff. I'm here paying attention. Right? Hopefully you didn't burn it too bad, Mackenzie. It's almost done. I apologize for how slow this is going, y'all. All right, so now let's see what this does down here. Now, again, I try to overlay and not show only that, so you put it to the side. If you was to put it on top, it now becomes part of it and bumps your video over. So you just see this. It's its own video segment, right? Well, we didn't want that. We wanted it to be on top. We want it to be an overlay, so we're going to move it back up to 2. Or if you don't want to do it easy, you can just hit the back button. It puts it back. And I want to do it right in here. So let's drag it down here to Visual 2. So now this is what we get. Now, another note is it's not defaulted. I mean, it defaults to the middle. If you click on it, you see you have your lines out here on the outside. You can reshape it, right? And you can move it. Say I want it to be more around where he's riding, right? So now you hit play, and now it's where you want it to be. So you can move any of this stuff that you overlay that are effects and put them exactly where you want them to go. If you wanted it up here, you can put it over there. If you want it over there, you can resize it and make it your own. So you're not stuck with doing things this specific way. You can turn this and do as much as you want. But some of that stuff's free. Let's see. Social media, the social media section. Because that's what a lot of people try to find out about as well. Let's take that out. Social media, free. Because again, we like free. I have a Dell I pay way too much money for and refuse to buy another computer ever again. I replace all the pieces myself and when they tire out. Yeah, if you don't remember anything Steven said, remember this. Always save your created movies and movie clips to your external hard drive. Otherwise, you'll use up all your computer's memory. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Because then it also makes your computer run slower. Because it's got to think more and more. Now, this is all your social media stuff. Let's see what we got in here. All right, here's a subscribe deal. It'll load this stuff there. Now it wants to jump in here and do it. Okay. Now, these are free. There are packs that you can get that you make up an account and you sign into it, and then it'll take you where you can download all kinds of stuff, but you have to pay per pack, or you have to pay a monthly subscription, and it's not worth the monthly subscription. If you watch it every so often, they'll do little free giveaways. In the short term, Brenda, yes, spend more money, but not in the long run. But if you was to come in here and add this, because of course it's an overlay, but you want to show up in your video, right? So now we put it here. So when we play our video, now there's your subscribe button. There's ones that are actually red, and I'll just like on YouTube, but that's part of the stuff that you have to pay for. So like there's 100, it says there's 100 items in for social media, but this is all that's free. See where they try to get you to pay for it? So if you see something that you like and when you want to do it over and over again, if you select it and you copy it or Control-C or however you want to do it, you can do it again, Control-V and paste it up. I'm going to close that gap because I didn't specify where I wanted it to go. So now it's up here again. So now it kind of pops up. It'll fade off. It'll pop up. Now, when you're running through here, it will get slow sometimes. The more stuff you add on because it's trying to process all these layers. but when you export it, it won't bog down like that. It'll run at full speed. How many movies you got loaded on your other channel? On what do you mean, Mackenzie? On Boots and Bounty on YouTube or Mr. Boots and Bounty's page? How much space so far you think you've used? I know some of your stuff is hours long. Oh, now we have a lot of raw videos that are hours long. Where we're out there working in the garden or doing stuff. We'll just turn it on, or we go dance or we do this, and you end up with huge stuff. But I've got a 2 terabyte external hard drive, and now we have pictures. We have all of the videos separated by folders, and backed up the computers to it just for the safekeeping for documents and all that stuff. And I haven't even got to 1 terabyte yet. Because I mean, that's huge. A terabyte is huge. You can fill it up pretty quick with if you do a lot of videos. But we've got a ton on there, and I'm not even halfway. So that's like what, $40 for a hard drive, for a 2 terabyte hard drive. I want to say it's $40 or $50, maybe 60 for a good one. You can get some cheap ones, but you get what you pay for. Does that answer your question, Mackenzie? Maybe. Sorta, kinda. Yeah. I mean, if you get a 2 terabyte like what Jason said he has, and that's the same thing I have, you can put a lot of videos on a 2 terabyte hard drive just because it's gigantic.
What's it, like 1,000 megabytes?
1,024 gigabytes. That's what Davey said.
Gigabytes, yeah.
I mean, a gig's huge. So you figure most videos people put up are what? 2 gigs? Maybe 3? That's pushing it. But I want to say these shorts I downloaded, this one was 55 seconds and one was, both of them were less than a minute, and they were in the megs. So I mean, if you got something that's over a gig, that's a lot. So if you can put that much in a terabyte, that shows you can get, for a cost-effective way, you can get a 2 terabyte hard drive to do everything that you want for a while, until maybe you can afford to get another one and back it up too, so you have 2 copies. Because if something was to happen, you still got the other one. Hey, Miss Brenda, there's more money right there. I heard Westinghouse is a better brand of external. Westinghouse they make a good hard drive, yes. And Seagate does good on hard drives. If you want to get into split screens, you have options. We mess with it some, and no, Mackenzie, I recently looked at those just a few months ago, and they were like $50-$60. Western Digital, they're good. They're kind of like Seagate, the same. They have a lot of the same products. But you can come in here and you can change however you want. So now you have different screens, right? And then you got to play with what you want where. This shows you 1 goes here, 2 goes here, and 3 goes there. So you would have to add an audio here, which is another thing. Say, I'm going to take these out. Let me cover that first. If you have 2 videos, and so now we're up here, we have a video in line 2. We have a video in line 1. Now 1 is usually the default, right? So now that we have something up here in 2, let's see what's going to happen. Now I have it set to split screen. So since I only have 2 options, it's going to do 1, 2, and 3. So now this right here is in line 2, is now in the middle of the screen. If you want to do it as 2, this way, back down here. So now you get your one up here playing. We don't mess with these a whole lot because it can get hard to keep up with of what's what. I'm on the wrong screen. Looking at a screen on another screen. Okay. We don't want any. So let's go back. Now, if you have two of these together, why is it still doing them darn? It's gonna make me keep going back. So I need to show this. You can select the click delete. Select all, then click delete, start over. Yeah. Remember I'm old and you're throwing way too much info in at a time for me to process. That's the purpose of the replay, Miss Brenda. Now, that worked, right? Why is this one not working right? Keeps going to that. So let's just delete it. And we'll get it again. It still wants to go back to that. All right, so we're going to go back and get our videos again. Now this one we're going to put in the front. Project settings are higher, so it'll be in high def. If you lap them on top of each other, now this one, that's why, because this is a vertical frame. That's why. That explains. So now if you can copy a video file and paste it again too. Miss Brenda's question. Which question? It's all right, Josh. Now, if you realize you don't like the changes you made, how can you delete it all and start over? You can go up here and hit File, which I just did. You can hit New Project, and you can start all over again. You didn't lose anything. It'll ask you if you want to save your changes or not. Rewatch the video. Right? But if you was to put these on here, if you have one on top, I only have one video, so it doesn't really matter because the other one's in vertical format. And you put something in two, when it gets to that other point, it swaps over. So now it's covering this part up here. You can mute this and you can do an overlay. You could show the video for your top one and say you didn't like the audio there, but you liked it better. Because we did some early dances where we used two cameras and we would turn one of them off and use the video and audio for the other one. That can get confusing. But you can do it. Yes, it is, because he's going to be getting a lot of watch hours from me. Well, that's okay. all this does take some time to get used to. And there's all these settings you can get done down here. You can do colors. You can set speed. If you want to speed it up, say you from 10 from here on. Say we cut it, and we'll cut this again. Now this right here, you want to make it time lapse. You didn't record in time lapse. You recorded it as normal. If you come in here, you can right click. You go up here to speed. You got uniform speed where you want to make the whole thing one speed. That which looks like you have to pay extra for whatever that is, or you can add a freeze frame. We do that we do that with messing with Emma sometimes. Now, if you come up here, you can set the new speed. So now that one thing that we have selected, and see it has a different color, it's now 9.5 times faster than it was. Now, if you want to get in here and be able to look at the actual video, you can see we're in the time field. And now the mouse, the cursor has gone sideways, right? Because we're in the time field. You can drag it to the right and zoom in. So you're zooming in and make it tighter. Or you can move it to the left and have bigger spans of time. So if you had more video out here, you could potentially get it all together on one screen. Or you can zoom it out. But your focus is going to stay wherever your cursor is. It will always stay on your screen. I was late tonight too. Had that work thing getting in the way. No, nothing's getting in the way. Yeah, life. Life comes first. YouTube second or third. Depends on where you're at. And that is the majority of what you can do with Filmora. You can cut stuff out. You can speed stuff up. You can do time lapse. You can add your special effects. You can do your intros. And if you do just your intro, we want to jump back to the beginning. If you were to do just your intro, what those did I put? What was that? Titles, openers. We did this. One. And we want to do some audio. This is just the ones we were using. Of course, there's more options if you wanted to do it. And I just made it shorter, so I grabbed that end down there. I'm gonna bring it back to this. So now we've got this opener, and we've got music. So now you're like, yeah, that you've come in here and you've edited these. You've got it set the way you want. This is the audio you want to use as far as your intro into your video. If you come up here to export, now this is your file option. Of course, if it's video, you're more likely going to want to use an MP4 to go to YouTube. Mine's zoomed out all the way so I can find my pauses, ums, ohs. Yeah, you can. And as you get done, you start fine tuning. You can, zoom back out. You can say where you want it to say, what you want it to name. And this right here is where you want it to go. Now, default, it will save under the Wondershare Filmora folder. But you can come in here and change and say you want it to go to your videos, which I don't have anything on here. And then you can make your folder and then put it all in there. And then you know exactly where to go to find it, to upload it to YouTube when you're ready. This tells you all your resolution settings, your frame rate for the project. This is how big the file is and then how long it is. Since we're going to reuse this over and over again, you would just title it so-and-so intro. And then you would save it. So then when it came time, which we can do that, just to show you how to do it, what it would be then. Let's see, videos. Yep, that looks good. So we're going to just label that and turn this enable GPU accelerated video encoding off. Because if not, if it freezes up, you'll lose the whole thing and you got to start all over again. It's not worth it to speed it up. Believe me. We lost a whole bunch of stuff like that. Okay, so now this is trying to do iCloud. I'm not trying to iCloud. No, I mean, nothing to the cloud. This tells you it's 100%. If it's a longer bar, it'll keep running. Being POS intro, right? Point of sale intro. If you want to jump straight to it, you can open it here. And it automatically open it where you put it, right? Okay. So if you come over here and now you say, we're working on this rodeo video and I don't need that one, so I'm going to delete it out. And we want to start a new project. Brand new. Coming in here, save changes. No. Now, we want to upload the rodeo videos, right? So we got the 8-second ride. And then we need to go get our intro. So we need to go to videos. And now here's our intro. So when we go to add it now, it's already a preset length. You cannot make it longer. If you save it and download it as 10 seconds or 5 seconds, that's exactly how long it will be. Period. You cannot change it once you export it. You'll have to go make it, export it again, and then do it that way. So now here is what we would have. We want to high def settings. Go back here. So now it has video, audio all together for the intro, and then go straight into your video. So that's how you can make your own video, your own intro, however you want it to be for your own videos using Filmora. Hey Heath, Frontier Survival, how you doing? If later on that you realize, you know what, I really don't like the audio down here, you can go in here, grab the bar, pull it down, mute it, and then you can go in here and add another audio on top of it. It won't even matter. Let's see which one wins first. You can grab another one and put it on top of there, and you can make your new intro. But you can still keep the intro, you just change the audio. Sorry. If you decide you don't like the audio, you can mute it, put another audio up there, and then let it run. But you'll have to make that change each time unless you want to go redo the video portion of your intro. I think that's most everything. You can do your voiceovers in here. You can do your audio mixers. You can render the preview of what the final is going to be, or you can make everything in your timeline fit on one screen. So if you have a bunch of stuff, it'll automatically zoom it to the right fit to make everything stay on your main screen. And that is Filmora. Do y'all have any questions that won't require watching the video again? This is what we use on Boots and Bounty to do our videos. And it's a little learning curve, but as long as you can figure out how to import your videos and how to put your songs and how to do your cuts, that's all you really need to get started. Welcome to the second Mr. Moon Filmora training. Everything you wanted to know, but we're afraid that, right? Yeah, the first Filmora training I tried to do, it died. So I had to relaunch, but we're still on the same video. Then there's audio in here that comes stock. You can use that. I don't know if I can grab the other one or not. Let's see. I won't do that. My luck, it would freeze up on me, and then I'd lose the feed, and I have to log back in all over again. So that is Filmora. It is a lot to take in, but to have something you can use, and say you don't want it on this computer because you paid for one license on one computer. If you go and get on another computer, and this is next week's. I'm not yet. I'm not even in. I don't even have YouTube open. If y'all don't have any questions on Filmora, I'll close it. I think I'm going to do free Canva next week. What do y'all think? I can make an account and then show with the free version of Canva and what all you can do. I can put a poll up, but I have to log into. Can I do a poll from here? Time for me to go for more of my belly. Yeah, she's got supper in there, and I'll be getting to that as soon as I get done. Yes, anything free. Yep. Some people ask what we use for our videos or what we use for our thumbnails, and that's why I wanted to start out with the Pro Canva, which is what we use, and then Filmora, which is what we use. If you have something y'all are interested in that y'all would want me to go over to help show or help explain, then let me know. Like Shelly asked for the free Canva. Well, then that's definitely something we need to look at because it's important to Shelly. Shelly wanted to know. I'm more willing to want to go through it, and I can't do a poll on the phone. I just come to help with all the hours. All of this is Greek because I don't have a computer. But you can do this on a phone, Josh. That's the plus of there's a Filmora Go that you can get on your phone. Canva, you can do. When we went over that, you can do that with any browser. All you do is log in and go. Bye, Jesse, if you're leaving. So I think if y'all have some ideas, send them to me this week. This Sunday, we will be doing the Grow It Up again. People seem to like that, and it seems we're getting more and more people and additional new people coming to help share their content on Sunday nights on the Grow It Up at 5 p.m. Central Standard Times where we'll start. I can only run 2 hours. I ran over the other day, and I've got to start watching it because my time reset Wednesday. So I only have 20 hours. So if I happen to run out of time before the end of the month or before the 6th, I'll just have to wait. And there won't be any videos or none that require me to use StreamYard. Then it would just be us talking or doing something like that, but I wouldn't be able to teach or do something like this. But I'm open to any ideas for help desk. But right now, it looks like I'm going to do the free Canva for next week. Can we look at how you do images for T-shirts and such too? Yes, I showed those last time I did Canva because you dropped the background out. But the drop the background out is a pro feature, which is the paid version. That's the other thing is some people use Canva to do their T-shirt designs, but then they'll have that white block behind it, behind their design, because they can't drop the background. They can't make it transparent. With the pro version, which is what we use, you can go in and, okay, I'll show you real quick because I got 5 minutes. Well, if we're done with Canva, I'm going to close it because it's drawing bad. We will close that bad boy out and free up that RAM because it takes a bunch. Come on. Let me log in real quick. If I don't run out of time first. Oh, come on. So I have to go back and figure out backgrounds. We're still freaking out over here. Come on. Why this is dragging? You can use Photo Room app on Apple to remove backgrounds if you need. Oh, that's cool. See, I know nothing Apple. You just have to ask Emma how to do it. It's just sitting there spinning. I'm trying. 3 minutes. Hurry up. If not, Mackenzie, I can get with you later. I'll definitely go over it next week first, and then back out. It's a sign not to go over 2 hours. Yep, I got 3 minutes left. I think you're right, Debbie. And then I'll restart it, and I won't have all this stuff running from where I had that Filmora going. Because just sitting there spinning. Well, I won't waste y'all's time on that. I can show that next week. The one on Canva, it was, let me see. It was Mr. Boots 12622 Canva review. So that should be the third help desk I did. But it's got it in the title. 12622 Canva review. But I haven't got the chapters done on that yet. I think the only one I got chapters done for was, I got chapters done on which one? It might be that one. Uploaded. So yep, that's the one I got. That's the only one I have chapters on. I was here for Canva, but crazy busy trying to mod, so I couldn't pay attention much. Yep, it's there. Yeah, watch them all. I show it on there because you'll have to get your design. When you go to download it, you'll have to click download transparent, and then it'll drop all your background. And that's how we make our t-shirts. We make the background transparent, so you don't have that big ugly white block on your design. It's smooth, it's clean, it's clear. Hey, Marie. Well, it's a good thing you can go back and watch the replay. Hey, digging for health. Man, everybody's sliding here at the end. I didn't have to go. This was a pretty good one. It was a little rough because I did get cut off because my computer couldn't handle it. Streaming and doing all this at once. Bye, Miss Brenda. Thank you. Catch y'all on Friday. We won't be here Friday. Sitting in the barn right now, so a replay will be great. Yep. I'll go back and rewatch it. Yep, that's a good one. I spent a lot of time going through that, and it was 3 hours and 18 minutes, Mackenzie. We'll have a video come out Friday, and on Boots and Bounty, we will be dancing Saturday night. I got to get scheduled on Casey's phone because I set it up on the computer. Then I remembered we're going to be gone mobile, so I'll have to set it up on her phone because we're going straight through YouTube. And then you can't cross over between phones and computers when you make your schedules. They don't cross over. So Saturday night we'll be dancing, and it'll be the Double Edge Band, the one that draws a lot of people. It usually has a lot of people there. They'll be there Saturday night. It's also will be after Logan's birthday, so by then he'll be 9 tomorrow. And then Sunday night we will be doing the Grow It Up. and we'll be showing your video. So make sure you come. And then, and earlier you get there, the more guarantee you have that we'll show your videos. But I'm just at my 2 hours, so I'm gonna have to cut off. Thank y'all for joining us tonight, and we will see y'all later. Bye, guys.